people, welcome to the Liverpool Community podcast. I'm your host today, Royzy Rothschild, unfortunately Phil Beale, and Mr. Chase Johnson Lynch aren't available tonight, so I'll be taking over this one. And with the band, they go by the name of Zenith.
Hello.
Oh yeah.
Where's all the cheers? I thought I knew I'd get some cheers. But anyway, yeah, so we're with the band Zenith. They've just signed to the record label that I run, which is called Big Hondo Records. They've got a new single out, which is called Body Count.
Aye, it is, yeah.
Aye.
So make sure you have a little listen on the 12th of Jan. On the 12th of Jan.
So let's get into that. So it's called Body Count. So what's it about?
Let me just it's getting serious now.
Make sure your mic's closer to your face.
Oh.
No, you don't let alter that. Just pull the arm.
This?
Yeah.
I don't want to like rag it off the table, you know what I mean?
Just go. Yeah. There you go.
Oh.
Don't
Swinging.
G-sharp man.
What were we on about? I don't remember anymore.
Body Count.
Oh yeah.
New single coming out 12th of January. How did it come about?
Well, do you want to start it off, Billy?
Oh, I knew it, you know.
I like that. Come on.
You froze. Right, so Body Count is about a certain person sleeping around with a bunch of people, I'm assuming.
Yeah, not a certain person, but
No, yeah.
of a character.
It's basically a one-sided
who you are.
relationship. You've got unrequited love. You've got a girl or whoever it is sleeping around, and then the other person fuming about it.
Yeah.
Pretty simple, straight to the point.
Yeah.
And so is the music behind it as well, which I find is also straight to the point.
oh, yeah,
Rocky.
it came up straight to the point, didn't it, when we were making it?
I think it actually started with a bass line from Lewis.
Yeah.
It was played that riff and then we went, good riff that, and then ignored it. And then 3 months later, that same riff appeared again and we were like, it's a good riff that. We heard that before. And then that was it. It was like we all started going dun, 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 and then we were like, oh, go on, yeah, I'd go there. I think it was written in like 10
I was
minutes.
going to say, it was one of them songs that just got pieced together.
Yeah.
You
Like
get the spark and you go, oh yeah, like that.
you threw, you cast in,
Yeah.
you waited. 10 minutes later, you had a fish.
Yeah.
And that
Got
was it.
Dylan at the end of it. What are you doing there?
What inspired it though? Obviously we know what it's about, but where's the inspiration come from? And Lewis, when you're speaking, pull the mic towards.
Sorry.
I'm so sorry.
What was the inspiration? Obviously we know, is this about a real character or is this like, you know?
No, I think it's just one of them where...
I think it's based on like just a general argument you'd have with your woman, not that to say that she's going
Yeah.
around sleeping with everyone. But, I think it's just a lot of people's experiences pieced together.
Yeah.
It's, like, you know, partners that they might have had,
Yeah.
or stories that we've heard as well.
I was going to say we've had a lot of
Yeah.
stuff
a lot of
from
stories from
mates
different people and,
yeah.
how certain things have went down, and sometimes it just makes you want to write a song about it, really.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I didn't write the lyrics for this one, so
No, you didn't.
it was used to.
Well, the thing that... Well, yeah.
I did like one line, and then that was it.
It was more of like the... I knew this person and had a book full of names that they've slept with. So I was like, do you know what?
Yeah.
That's a song, that.
it brutal, like literally.
Yeah.
Actual book.
A book which,
Like the-
where the
like-
names are kept, yeah.
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 So if you happen to,
You know who
sleep with
you
this
are. No,
person, you're in there. You know what I mean?
You
no.
made it public?
I think we
it's
just
all right.
did.
It's in Waterstones.
You can
Links
pick
in
it
our bio.
up, you can pre-order it.
No, but the lyrics just come from that then. Like once I seen that book of names, like I said, me and George got that sort of just spitting out the lyrics. Billy refined it.
You find the nicest way possible to say which is just spread out through a whole 4-minute tune.
We'll have to edit that
Yeah,
out.
that's
It's a community podcast in Liverpool.
You find a bunch of words, and that's the nicest way possible to say certain things. So yeah, it all came from a book, I guess.
A book of names, yeah. Which
That
is
was-
one of the lines as well.
And it's coming out on the 12th of January, so where can we get that?
Well, you can get it everywhere. You can get it on Spotify.
Apple Music.
It'll be Amazon, Deezer, and then
Go on, Dylan.
YouTube Music,
that's it. Thank you, Dylan.
There you
for
go.
that last one there.
I think.
Well, that will be
YouTube
on there.
itself.
Yeah, YouTube itself.
There'll be a banging music video and all. No pun intended.
Oh, you've got a launch party as well, haven't you, for the single, which is obviously the 12th of January as well.
Yes.
Shipping forecast. he's excited for that.
Very excited. And it's been
very
refurbed, hasn't it? So
I think,
nice
I
to
mean,
look at.
especially because the last 2 gigs we did was with just us, weren't it? Like,
Yeah,
as us on our own. So
feels like
to
we've got a bit of a team
finally...
behind us.
Well, we have now, haven't we?
It's
Yeah.
We've
been
got an
this-
actual major team behind us now, do you know what I mean?
And it's been this whole big build-up, hasn't it, of, like, finally doing something under the
it's,
label, and then we find, you know...
It's the
that
headline
was-
as well. We haven't had an headline in
in
a fair long time, yeah.
And we've been pushing and pushing for it as well, haven't we? So, it should be an absolute belt. I think we'll probably play
We've got
our
some really good
best
acts on
we've
there as
done
well.
in a long time as well.
Got a good set already, haven't we?
Aye, we do. And another really good set as well. And it feels actually really nice to play that first album again. I'm not gonna lie. It's just because it's we played it a lot, didn't we, back in the day? So
Yeah.
it feels like everything's just fresh now as well. Finally get back to doing all things that we want to do.
Definitely.
And I can't remember where I was going.
Yeah, but we've got some sick support acts on there as well. We'll give them a shout out. We've got Ambrosia, we've got Empty Space, we've got Bobby Lowry, White Ash.
Yeah.
Going to be a sick night as well.
Yeah.
Tickets are on Skiddle, easy to get to. So let's get out, support people, get the ticket off Skiddle, come down and see the boys. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what it's about.
Please watch us.
Please come.
But while we've got you here, obviously we've spoke about the new single that's coming. Everyone can get on that when it comes. But you've been a band now for I've known you for at least 7 years.
Yeah.
So
Long
when did the band start?
Well, it had us three in the beginning, didn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, like...
Well, it was me, Lewis and George in the beginning. Going around to
That was high school.
High
Yeah.
school, yeah. For was that a couple of years, was it? Messing around with GarageBand.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I mean,
most
that
of
was
high
how
school,
that
yeah.
whole thing started. It was me and Lewis found out that I could play guitar in like the end of year 7 or something. And then I found out that Lewis also had a guitar and played a bit. So it was like, oh my God, you play. So then it was, as soon as it hit, I think year 8 when it was like, boom, ta-da, lessons, we were just bunking everything. And like just hiding away and just, we're constantly challenging each other. When
Yeah,
like,
come in
he
one
was coming
song.
in, I've learned this, and I was like, well, I'm not having that.
Yeah,
so then I go and learn that, and then learn something else. And so that was that whole build up. And then Billy was like, well, I want to learn.
I just started actually. I just started playing. I knew about 3 chords.
Yeah.
If
How
that.
old were you all then?
That was like
It's like 15,
12.
14.
No,
I mean,
13 onwards.
Was it, yeah?
Yeah.
I think I was 15, 16 when I started.
It was when you joined, George was like, oh, Billy's learning guitar, and I was already playing guitar, and I was like, oh, fine, then I'll go, I was like, fine, I'll go on bass.
But like, that was obviously when it went like a serious thing, that the intent wasn't to go out and do gigs, it was like, we just enjoyed playing music and whatnot.
Yeah.
And
Loved recording
then,
on GarageBand as well.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
actually seeing what we come out with.
all that kind of stuff, which then evolved obviously into, I think it was as soon as we got into college, which was like, talking 2017.
What college did you go to?
LMA.
LME?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Woo.
I didn't know. I went straight into working.
No, it was just me and George that went in the first year, and then Dylan joined a year later.
And then that was how Dylan ended up in the band. I actually got completely tricked. We just lost our drummer that we'd had for like 4 years. And then there was this kid in college, and I was like, oh, he's good, should we get him in? And then Lewis turns around to me and goes, nah, but Dylan plays, and I've known Dylan for like nearly 9 years at this point. He's like, Dylan doesn't play drums. He's like, he
I
does,
played for like a week.
He hadn't even started at this point.
Lewis had an electronic drum kit, didn't you? And he just went, he had this in a bin bag and everything.
It just went,
and
and
he
it
just
was
went
like,
laying it. And I was like, sound okay.
So we have a practice in a week, and Dylan turns up, and I was like, does he actually play drums? Have I been messing around here? I was like,
I had a pair of like headphones on to protect me ears.
he looked like Daft Punk.
Yeah, Daft Punk. It was a mad time. Mad time.
Yeah, and then I somehow got completely sick, and Dylan had only been playing drums
Funny
for
story
1
though.
week.
I didn't meet Dylan through these. I met him on my own. So when I was in sixth form, I used to have Dylan coming up to me every dinner time going, hey, you're George's brother, aren't you? And I go, yeah. He goes, you go in the shop? Yeah. And I go, yeah. Do you want anything? He goes, I can as a chocolate bar. So I'll bring him one back. And then
like
I turned up to band practice one day, and there he was, sat there in the drummer's stool. And I was like, oh my God, it's him.
It was that kid that got a chocolate bar.
Yeah, I had no idea. So that's how we became mates though. I don't even know how I didn't meet him through yous. He just ran up to me.
Yeah.
George's brother. Everyone knew just George's brother.
Everyone
Wouldn't
still
that be
says
own
that now
I know.
sometimes.
George's brother.
Oh my God, it's George's
Would that be
brother.
own rep?
After that, it was like then we obviously then we had Amber as well, and then Amber was the one that got the ball rolling when she was
We
like
wanted a,
she knew how to get gigs,
wanted
and
a
we were
piano
like,
player, didn't
whoa.
we?
Yeah,
I
and
think we
that.
got really well for it as well. We
Yeah.
had loads of great sounds, loads of synth and that. But when did was it?
She joined a week after Dylan.
Yeah,
it was.
yeah,
we were like, we
yeah.
won a keyboard player, and I was like, well, Amber's like grade 8. I was like,
Yeah.
so we were like, let's get it in.
Yeah.
And then I think that was the first staple point where we were like, okay, we've got a band name now. You know,
Yeah.
and Amber was like, well, we can get gigs. And I was like, oh my God. So it was like rehearsing them for like 5 months straight, where it was like actually trying not to sound, I suppose,
Like a school band.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Took a
So
long time to get out to that, though.
2017 was the first like staple point of where that all originated from.
It was
really.
Amber who got us our first gig, wasn't it?
Yeah. She was one that was like, all you gotta do is message people, like, you can do that.
Yeah. We were all too scared to message anyone.
Yeah. But
Yeah, because I remember meeting you in 2017, so you had only just started.
yeah.
Gigged in May, was it? First gig.
I think so. Yeah, it was in the Zanzibar. It was in the
We
Zanzibar.
practiced from January, was when they first joined, I think, all the way up to May, yeah.
It started as early as November, I think, going back the year just before.
2016,
Or December?
Yeah. December it was, yeah.
Yeah.
Going into January. January was our first studio session.
Yeah.
It was in Vulcan, I think.
Yeah, it was, and it was
freezing,
cold.
It was
yeah.
cold.
I
With the
still
holes
got
in the
one of them.
walls.
Yeah.
We were like,
The aesthetic in that studio
Yeah.
was great.
It
though.
made you
It's
sound
just-
better live though, because you'd play on a rubbish like stage and a horrible
system.
amps and
gritty in the
drums that don't even look
It's got a
right.
certain magic about it, but it's gritty,
Yeah.
so it prepares you for the worst.
Yeah,
basically,
literally.
kind of thing. So I think that's why we weren't too bad when we like actually got
learning
on
how
stage.
to play with like cold fingers
Cold
that can't
fingers,
move.
broken amps, we were like, oh.
Your amp's not working. Kick it.
Where's the best place that you have played? Because obviously you have played at a few different gaffs. haven't you?
Yeah.
So-
Oh,
think we
02
all-
was
yeah,
definitely the
we
best.
all agree on that.
The original Zanzibar, because we haven't played at the new one. The original Zanzibar's sound was really good. I
Still
enjoyed
one of my
that.
favourite
Yeah,
places.
really did enjoy
the
that.
OG Zanzibar, because as you
It
said, we
doesn't
haven't-
look
yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
No, it's
yeah.
mad. It's
Yeah, it looks completely different. Yeah.
But still remember that one. I think 02 takes the cake though.
It did. I think
yeah.
just the whole vibe of that. It was like
We had
it's a dressing
backstage
room.
as well. Yeah, exactly.
And we walked in the
that,
dressing room. We were like, "Oh my God, we got a dressing room.
We've
What do
made
we do?"
Yeah.
So our Billy gets out the ironing board and was like,
I don't know why there was an iron board in there, by the way.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
And close, Billy.
Yeah, there you go.
Picture of that somewhere as well. There actually is a picture of that.
"Yeah, it's me, Dylan, and Liz sat there like that, and then you're there in the back with the ironing
Starting.
board."
The iron
Yeah.
board, yeah.
Yeah.
It was funny as well because I had to go to work the next day. I felt horrible. I was a rock star one
You have
day.
dressing room, a performance at the O2, and then the next day you're back in work.
Yeah.
Like it never happened.
I know.
In the space of like 12 hours apart,
Yeah,
basically.
I don't think there's a worse feeling.
No,
to be honest.
Oh, it is. You can go on tour for 2 weeks, feel like a rock star, and then back in work.
Yeah, back there.
So it's just an elongated version, really, innit? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the thing O2 definitely is the best place.
Yeah.
I think the worst for me was, remember when we were playing Jimmy's just shortly after the O2,
Yeah.
and he wouldn't let me have the day off work. So I did the sound check, and then I had to sprint into work.
that was a good gig.
Oh, that was the
nine-
one after, wasn't it?
At
Yeah.
9 o'clock
Yeah.
at night, and the boys were like, "We're going on in like 10 minutes." So I was like, "Cover me for me break now." So I just sprint up from work, do the gig, and I was like, "Be nice knowing you lads." And I had to go straight back down to
Back
work.
to work.
And when I got there, it was just rammed front to back with people, and I was like, "Oh my God, no."
You wouldn't think you've just played a really
Yeah,
seriously
no.
good gig.
And they never knew it, which is the worst part. It was
Yeah, I
like,
know.
you didn't know what I'd just done on stage.
That's dedication, that though, isn't it? You know what I mean?
To the craft.
Well, that's what we've always done as well, innit? Even when we started off, we started in my auntie's pub.
Yeah.
Just us three when we were first doing it. And then that just spread its
forgot
wings.
about
It was an open mic night, weren't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little open mic
nights.
night. Got on with the acoustics and stuff, didn't
Half
we?
the time they weren't even hosting the open mic night, so you'd
I
say,
know.
"Oh, God, I can't wait to do it again." And then
Nothing happened.
It's
Yeah.
mad. It's mad when you remember that back though, because to think that we went from literally doing a couple of little open mics and now we have our own little
Yeah.
home studio,
Yeah.
and we've released everything we've released and
Signed.
everything we're doing. Yeah,
We're
it's mad,
signed.
innit?
Yeah.
You gotta grow. 'Cause I remember as well in 2019, you just dropped your first EP /
The album,
album.
innit? Yeah.
So
Yeah.
ambitious.
We were like, no promotion,
The
just
arrogance was-
the album's coming out.
Yeah.
And that was it. It was out.
It was the excitement as well of having
An
something
album,
out there. And albums for us, because when we listen to music, you got to listen to the album.
Because mine and George's dad, when he was in a band when he was younger, but he never got to like actually. All we had was these really terrible demos to listen to
on the CDs and
on
stuff like that.
CDs
Was
and
cool,
all
yeah.
scratched and that. So I think our immediate thought when we actually did get a band together was, right, we've got to get something out there right now,
Yeah.
like soon as, and that's why we just said, you know, F it, we're gonna do.
I think because we had this thought of like, if you leave it too long, it's never gonna happen. So we were kind of scared about it.
Yeah.
It
did
was
everything
like,
really quick. We had no media training or anything like that.
no. We did a 14-day countdown with it the same
I know, I remember that. Yeah.
Same picture, but the number changed every day.
Changed the colours on the numbers.
Media.
Joe, it was
That
alright,
was it,
that
yeah.
though. Yeah.
I mean, it worked.
At least we
for what
post
it-
every
what it
day.
did.
That was the main thing. This is day 14 now. Nearly there.
And then disappeared again for like
Yeah.
another year.
No, that's we had like 10 tunes that we thought were the dogs, you know. Yeah, come on.
The dog's coconuts.
Yeah.
So we were like, you know, get that out there right now.
It's a record now for me that I loved, like
was-
the
yeah.
the whole
Never
memory
done
of being
like it.
actually recording it.
It was everyone like had the week off, didn't we? Really, and it was like
Well, yeah,
I
10
never-
songs in a
Oh,
week.
no, you
I never
never
from work again.
straight from work every
Yeah.
day.
Sometimes you need to experience that though, just for the simple fact is, like if you're a bedroom artist and then you come into a record label, you don't understand the pain,
Yeah.
the hardship, and
Yeah.
the trials and tribulations of what
The studio.
actually goes on,
Yeah.
if that makes
Yeah.
any sense. So the fact that you put all that out, give it all the effort, and thought, oh yeah, we need a bit more help here.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh,
Definitely.
no, no.
Done it and then went, let's do it ourselves actually in the shed. And then yeah.
I think we're just so picky with our sound now, aren't we? Like,
Yeah.
and that was the issue with the first album, why it took a while to come out, because we didn't like what anyone
I
else
got
was doing
remastered
with it.
4 times.
Yeah.
Well, there's not that many rock
yeah,
bands as well, are there? Well, when we were doing that album anyway.
Yeah. So like the sound we were chasing after was something that no one does anymore. Like, you know, the specific type
Especially
of
people that are
mixing.
mixing, yeah.
Yeah, I think that, and that's why we can never hit the nail on the
I
head
didn't know
with
that
it.
we
but-
were young as well though, so
Didn't know what we were on
that
about.
was- In
Yeah.
our head, that was perfect, and then as you get older, you listen back and go, God, that could have been better.
Yeah,
That could
yeah.
have been better.
Yeah.
And now we just spend the rest of our lives remixing that album. With the more
Don't
skills.
really-
That's all you do in your spare time. Is go, you know what, I'm going to remix
touch
that
it
song.
That's actually so, you know.
Countdown to the
yeah.
remix.
Yeah, no,
That's all
genuinely.
he does, I swear.
I go once a year. I go, hey, guess what I did? And he go, oh no. And I'm like, I've remixed the album again.
What's this version called we had? Remix,
2023.
Remix remastered
and then we're going to do a
2023
remix, remastered, re-recorded next.
Everyone probably thinks we've
I'd
got nothing
love
new
to
to give.
re-record
It's not
that
the
album.
case.
Yeah,
We've got
you-
loads of new stuff.
I would
It's just-
love to re-record that album.
Yeah.
I'd love to.
Dylan has the same drum fill all the way through.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah,
that's it.
the
It's right.
entire album.
yeah, and then every time we said the other day, every time you wear that drum fill, you got to do a shot. So by the end of the album, you wouldn't even know where you were.
I think like on Thursday night when we're partying,
Yeah.
every time he taps on the just the drum pattern on the
Shot.
bar. Shot.
Shot.
Da-da-da-da.
Just not a tiki fire, whatever you do. Do not
You'd
do a
only
tiki
been playing
fire.
though for like, what?
7
That,
months
it
of
was
the time.
7 to 8 months at that point,
And
yeah.
he was still really good as well.
And we were
I
like
was-
to poor Dylan, you're getting in the studio,
Yeah.
you're recording.
I had to buy a drum kit as well.
Yeah,
That's when I
immediately.
bought the drum kit.
The little one.
Yeah. Yeah. Bought a drum kit 7 months in.
You're going to need a little drum kit when you're going on tour, honestly.
Yeah.
A little
Yeah.
jazz kit, it fits in the car, it sounds...
They sound great, them though.
Yeah.
They do
you
sound
don't wanna
boss.
take a big drum kit with you.
Yeah.
There's not enough space in the van.
Well, yeah, we're definitely not taking that kit that you have. He's got like a 26-inch kick drum, which is
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
like,
I forgot.
Don't need
Remember
all
us
that.
going to Southport? It was me and you in the car. We had a gig in Southport. And yeah, they were literally the pair of us were like squashed against the windows like this. And the kick drum was just laying on the top of the pair of us.
Jesus. You could get in there.
Yeah.
We could put you in it and then put the case back over it, and you could be in the
Yeah.
drum kick. The drum kick.
I wouldn't be able to get in that drum kit now. No, with the amount
Not
of
now,
beer.
but back then.
Back then, yeah.
Back then, yeah.
With the amount of beer I've consumed and
And,
stuff
especially,
like that.
and all the tapas you're gonna have on Thursday.
Thursday. Wow.
What have you got planned for 2024? I feel a bit silly asking this because I know.
You tell us.
You know, I'm filling in for Phil and Chase today.
Well, we've got the launch party, haven't we?
The single, yeah.
Yeah, single, and then we've got the big condo tour, haven't we? Which is from start of March, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Ends in
all the way
May.
till ends in May, and
Yeah.
then there's the
Weekender thing, wasn't it? Yeah.
They're followed by that
Another
another
single,
single.
yeah.
It's two more. Isn't
Well,
it?
there
Two
will
more
be throughout the
singles.
year,
So
yeah.
three singles
Yeah.
in total next year, isn't there?
Yeah,
I think, yeah.
And then an EP dropping on will that be 2025 early?
Yeah, that's
I think.
So, yeah, there we go.
So it's just a lot of growth, I think, still. A lot of media growth.
I mean, it's a
lot of
big year, though, in terms of playing and getting around, innit?
Yeah.
And just...
Experience in other cities, yeah. That's the main thing.
Traveling.
Yeah.
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 It's definitely a big year, 2024.
Yeah, for us.
Yeah.
It could be, I think, probably by the sounds of it, will be the biggest we've had so far.
Yeah.
We're really excited.
Merch. I'm so excited for that, you know.
I know,
Having
because
some new
the
t-shirt.
only bit of merch we've had really nice t-shirts once and badges.
That was it. Still got them badges.
Badges are good. Badges are alright. Cheap,
Yeah,
easy to
badges.
hand out.
So many people had them badges.
A lot of people had them badges. Yeah.
You need to get some stickers, no?
Yeah.
Stickers would be good.
Slap them in, like, you know, in the toilets and bars and stuff like that. A little QR code. Someone's drunk going.
Yeah.
And then it's
Well,
wham.
We had big condo stickers and Glass Guy stickers on the tour that they went on
Yeah.
a few months ago. And, you know, Lachlan, he's a bit of a tinker. He's, what you call it, he'd go into the toilet, he'd stick a big condo sticker on a window or a door, then he'd Photoshop it and then put it in the toilet. And then say, he'd come up to me and go, lads, I've put it in the toilet. And I'd be shouting all over the venue, get that out the toilet now, lad.
We'll try that for us. Maybe people will see it. Well,
You'd go into the toilet and it wasn't in the toilet, it'd be on like the glass or
Yeah.
the door or something, and you're like, ah.
Just Photoshop it on the bartender's head.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that's what he used
Look
to
what we
do.
tattooed on him.
So, yeah, loads of stickers, merch. I've seen some of the designs today.
yeah.
Yeah.
They look cool. You know what I mean?
Quite
Yeah.
simple, which
It's-
is quite nice.
That's what
Yeah.
I think we all like, though, innit?
I think my favourite was the single cover with all the bands on the back, though.
That was
I were
good.
playing for the launch.
Yeah, there's a
Don't
good
know
one,
whether
that
you've
one,
seen
yeah.
that one, but,
Launch party t-shirt.
yeah.
I like the
Really
cap
nice.
as well. The cap
It's a
with
little
just
like-
Zenith on it.
It's what have I had? What's it called? Sentimental. Sentimental thing though. When
Yeah.
you look back and you think, oh, that's the
That's
first,
nice, that,
like,
yeah.
proper thing
First
we did.
gig being signed. Yeah.
It's what everyone loves on tour. When you go on tour and you've got the tour t-shirt and
Yeah, it's got all the dates.
All the dates,
and all
yeah.
the artists and the whole experience. Is on
Yeah, I
the
mean,
t-shirt.
every gig I go to, I have to get one of them just purely because of the dates and the back and stuff.
Yeah.
It's just well
Yeah.
cool, innit? Like,
Yeah.
you want that. But even though it costs about 60 quid a t-shirt, you're like, I'll pay it anyway. I'll do
Pay
it. I'll
I'll
do
do
it.
I got one for my mono jacket. It wasn't even from their tour. It was just online.
I got mine from their actual tour, didn't I?
Yeah, yeah.
Your missus Alex got me that for like
Yeah.
40 quid, I think.
Oh god, yes, you did.
Yeah.
Did you pay me back for that?
I got a 1 pint back. And that was it.
So, how did the Pink Floyd cover come? It's on its way. 7th of December, is it?
Yeah.
8th? I thought it was the 8th.
8th, sorry, yeah, it is the 8th.
I'm sure it's advertised the 7th.
I think I accidentally put the 7th and then looked at the trailer, so it was the 8th. I mean, that was only
the 7th.
Yeah, no, it's the 8th of December.
Well done.
Yeah.
Lewis.
Yeah, but we've played that tune like
That
for
tune's
years.
one of the first covers we ever learned.
That's
Yeah.
how this came
And
about.
It's
yeah.
followed us for the past 6 years. It always pops up somewhere.
Yeah.
Because I think personally we play it really well.
Well, yeah,
It's also from one of the bands that influenced us
we love. Yeah,
majorly as
One
well.
of the biggest, yeah.
Aside from Guns N' Roses and a lot of other people. We had, like, because we had all the keyboard stuff and the progressive rock, I think in the beginning it's a lot of that came
Floyd
from
for life.
Floyd.
Yeah.
So I think Money's, like, it was only right that we did a cover for it, I think, in the end.
And I think, like, we had been, you know, that was the first Zanzibar gig we ever done, first proper one.
Yeah, yeah.
That was in the set.
Yeah.
And, you know, the fact that we've had it there for that long, we just kind of revisited it after the first time in, like, 3 years, didn't we?
Yeah.
A couple of
Yeah,
months back.
yeah.
And we were like, obviously, because now we've got our little recording space, we were like, why don't we just record it?
Yeah.
And then just done a couple
we
of
done it
live
on a gig,
takes.
didn't we? We had
Yeah,
it on
yeah.
a gig. It sounded amazing straight away.
Yeah, we
and
were
we were
like,
like, all right, then let's record it.
Sick, yeah.
Why not?
Let's
Yeah.
put that down.
Because we've done Hellset, so we thought, why don't we do another one?
Yeah.
Because ages ago we would think, oh, you can't do covers. You just have to do your own songs online.
Yeah.
But I
And
mean,
you find
turns
out
out
that
you
you
can.
can.
But I mean, that's where we're privileged with our little recording space, innit? It's like, you know, the
Gives us
reason
that
why no one
opportunity,
records things, I suppose, professionally is because most bands and artists have to go and pay about $1,000 to get into a studio.
Yeah.
Obviously, we don't. We do it
Well, we
all of
just buy
ourselves.
Lucas Aid and get that in.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go, lad. Yeah, and then so we were like, oh, you know what? We might as well just
Yeah.
actually get it down, and it sounds great, doesn't it?
Right, we're nearly there, boys. give us a plea. Why should people come and support you, and why should they go and buy tickets for this event on the 12th of Jan? Let's go.
I think you'll be pleasantly surprised, personally. I think with the variety of music we've got to offer as well, I think there'll be all kinds for you there. All the hard ones, all the soft ones.
I think if you like rock as well, hopefully you'll like us.
I think you should. Are we on about the gig? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you should go down. Yeah, I was just zoned out for a minute there. Obviously, you should come down to this gig because t-shirts, for one.
Merchandise.
He doesn't want a t-shirt. Merch.
Cups.
Exactly.
There's
the
cups
as well.
Whoa, there's
Yeah,
cups.
cups.
I didn't even know that. Does that mean I can put a brew?
You can have a coffee.
I can have a
There we go. A Zenith flat white.
man.
Coffee's power, but now you got double.
Exactly.
There you go.
Well, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'd suppose we're hard kicking, aren't we?
We're good at what we do.
Yeah, we are good at what we do.
And that's entertaining.
And
Yeah.
if this statement isn't enough to get anyone down here, I don't know what is. Francis Barak's brother said he had goosebumps.
There you go.
That's what you're going to expect.
A gig of goosebumps. And where can we get you, boys?
Well, he very went blank there.
Social media.
There you go. Social media. You can get us Instagram, Facebook,
Where's your house?
YouTube.
Where can we find you?
You find me in the Tesco by
You can get us on Instagram, X, YouTube, and I can't remember last one.
Spotify.
TikTok.
Yeah.
Literally across every social
Anywhere,
media, really.
yeah.
Just follow, it's Zenith Band Offie.
Offie.
Underscore Offie in it.
Underscore Offie on all platforms. I
Yep.
believe.
If you just type in Zenith, it will come up.
Yeah, should do.
It will.
Should.
We're
Yeah.
that good.
Edit that one out, please.
But yeah,
yeah.
social media
There you go.
and the gig.
And the gig. Yeah.
Social media and the gig. So this
Yep.
is Zenith. Go subscribe. Go follow them on social media. This has been Zenith. I've been Royzy Rothschild, Liverpool Community Podcast. And we are out.